Today I'm going to show you my top 10 the best fragrances of 2021. So in case you want to know which ones they are, then make sure you keep on watching. Hi, my name is Amanda, and if you are new here, then welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe. If you are here and you're returning and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and also go ahead to my description box down below, because I've linked all my TikTok and Instagram links. I am doing a little bit of a different content there, but I would love to connect with you on there as well. And yeah, let's get right into the selection of the best 10 fragrances. That's a big list, okay? I got a lot of fragrances, a lot of new discoveries this year. A lot of those, of course, you know about, so I cannot wait to show you. And I apologize again for my absence. I had a really busy last half of the year, and also I had a little bit of an accident with my arm. It's still not very well, so you will see me move it the least as possible, because I had a little bit of an accident where my muscle got elongated, but it's okay. I just have to do some physio. But yeah, that's also why I haven't filmed, because I literally had so much pain in doing anything remotely with my hands for a few days. So yeah, but now let's get into perfumes. So number 10 for 2021 is Lira by Serjoff. It's from the Casa Moratti line, and I have the hair perfume and the fragrance. And why I put this on number 10, I just think that this was a very playful purchase. I really loved wearing this, especially in late summer or like beginning of autumn. I still like to wear it, especially the hair perfume. It really lasts very well on the hair. And I also really like the normal perfume. I have to say it's a very gourmand fragrance. Like I said before in my previous video, it does smell like a lemon cake, like madeleines, if you know what I mean. I don't want to smell like a madeleine every single day. So there are moods like you have to be in my opinion, to wear this fragrance. So for me, it's not a fragrance that I wear every day. It's a beautiful fragrance if you love gourmand fragrances, if you love fragrances that you really like smell like desserts or smell like cookies, cakes, I don't know what, then you should definitely check out Lira. It does have a mix between vanilla and lemon, and I really like this. And I really love to pair this with, second, so it's just here so I can show you, with one of my favorite body lotions, which is, it's very basic, but it's the vanilla bare vanilla shimmer from Victoria's Secret. I love this vanilla lotion. I think it lasts really long on my skin, and I also like that it shimmers. I just think it's a nice effect. So yeah, I like to pair this with that. So I mean, you smell divine, honestly, trust me. But yeah, this is on number 9. It's very bright, sorry. You know how bright this is? Imagine how bright my face is. Like, I'm not a pill, I promise you, but whatever. Yeah, so number 9 is Roja's Enigma. Sorry, I hold it the wrong way. That was a fail. Roja's Enigma, and this is on number 9. And I've talked to you about this fragrance before. This is a fragrance that really grew on me, a fragrance that I love more and more that I wear it. This has a very vintage feel to it, very elegant, very, I told you before, it gives me very royal vibes. I love to wear this. I think this is a perfect perfume for afternoon tea, for example. It's an absolutely beautiful fragrance, and I love to wear this now at the moment. I think this is also a great fragrance choice if you want to wear it to like a holiday party, or like, you know, going for Christmas, because I don't think it's a very offensive smell. Although it is a strong perfume, it's still a little bit it's still very classy, so it does not offend anyone. If it does offend, I really don't care, but just letting you know, it's a safe choice for me, especially if you love vintage kind of, you know, the vintage feel, let's say that. You know, there are people that say they don't like vintage perfumes, but I love it. I think it's so gorgeous. I mean, that's what it reminds me of. It has some floral notes, there's some oriental parts in it, and I really enjoy this. On number 8, we have Memoize London Isla Rose, which is a brand I had a collaboration with, and I really enjoy this fragrance. This is an awesome and absolutely gorgeous rose scent. perfect for wedding, perfect for spring. It's absolutely gorgeous. This smells like an occasional rose fragrance. Like, I don't know, if you have a date, this would be so gorgeous if you would have like a date like in a park. Like if I would live in New York and I would have a date in Central Park, I would probably wear this. It smells so beautiful. It's a very rose oriental fragrance. If you love fragrances such as Rose d'Arabie, Peregrina, floral fragrances but with like a rosy touch to it. If you love Delina, then you probably will like this. Actually, if you love Delina and you want something that's a little bit different, then maybe try this one. It's really, really beautiful, very, very beautiful, and I love the bottle because there are Swarovski crystals in it, and it's so, so beautiful. So this is Memoize by this is Isla Rose by Memoize London. On the list is Bergamotto di Calabria by Perris Monte Carlo. And this was a fragrance that surprised me and that I'm really excited to wear summer 2020. This is an absolutely gorgeous citrus fragrance. I'm not very, I mean, you probably couldn't tell if you watch my videos. I don't really, I'm fond of citrus fragrances. They're not my cup of tea on my skin. They're obviously beautiful, but I prefer gourmand fragrances, more like oriental fragrances, woody fragrances, musky fragrances, something that's a little bit more, I would say stronger, a little bit more stronger. And when they sent me their discovery kit to choose a fragrance, I just fell in love with this because this is not your average citrusy fragrance. This is actually the best citrusy fragrance I've ever smelled because it has a musky undertone to it. So when you first smell it, you really smell the bergamot. And what I really love about it, like you really smell the citrusy aspect, so the acidic aspect, but in a very round way. And when I smell it, it immediately reminds me of vacation. This is for me a vacation, in a luxury vacation in a bottle. If you're looking for a fragrance to wear at the Amalfi Coast, get this one. Don't get, get this one, okay? You know what I mean. Get this fragrance because it's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I can highly recommend this. This is so, so beautiful. Then number 6 is Very Musk by Maison Cyr, a brand that I'm absolutely a fan of. I love almost all of their perfumes, and you know how picky I am. That's very, very rare that I love a line of a fragrance, and I mean, there's maybe 1 or 2 that are not my cup of tea, but they're still very beautiful. But I love their fragrances, and this one was a surprise for me because they sent it to me, and lately I've been wearing it a lot, especially in winter and in autumn. And it has something medicinal to it, but it's so gorgeous. Like, this is a musk that's like a fresh musk, like a sagey musk. I'd say that all the time, but it reminds me of the frosty forest, and it stays on the whole day, and you get compliments so much about this. And I think because of the molecular aspect, the musk really adapts to your pH, and it just gives you a little bit of an individual fragrance on your skin. So it's an absolutely gorgeous fragrance that I really recommend if you love androgynous fragrances. I mean, everything for me goes for everyone, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean is my new fragrance and my new sentence, as we can tell. And also, if you like molecular fragrances, this is absolutely beautiful. I love this fragrance. It's so good. I love it. So this is definitely a discovery, and I love to wear this. To number 5, and number 5 is another Perris Monte Carlo fragrance. This is Vanille de Tahiti, and this is one of the best vanilla fragrances out there, in my opinion, just because a lot of vanilla fragrances tend to be overly sweet and can smell a little bit tacky, in my personal opinion, on the skin. And this one is so gorgeous. I love to wear this. This is a layering fragrance. Let me tell you, if you love oud fragrances and you love woody fragrances and you're looking for a vanilla that's too layered, then you have to get this one, because this smells really great with everything, because it's such a neutral vanilla. It does have a bitterness to it, and then it's very a round and deep fragrance, and it smells very, it's a strong fragrance, and it has some woody aspects to it, but there is a bitterness at the beginning, like a true vanilla. Like, I love what they did with it, because they really took the vanilla as a fragrance itself and not just made it a vanilla cake, if that makes sense. And I really love to wear this. And when I put this on at the beginning, you're a little bit underwhelmed. You're like, yeah, vanilla. But trust me, you wear it for a few minutes and you start smelling it, and it's like vanilla when you use it to bake, you know. It smells a bit underwhelming, but it just makes everything, my arm, it makes everything smell like vanilla. So this is an absolute gem. I love to wear this. And winter time, I don't know, like when I leave the house now and just go somewhere rapidly and I don't know what to wear, I put this on, because for me vanilla is always working, and I also love, always works, and I also love to wear this on my clothes. What I love about winter, to put like perfume in your scarf, it's so good. So yeah, I really love this. So before the top 3, we are on to number 4. And for number 4, I've chosen Kirke. I've owned this fragrance before this year, but oh my god, I love this, and I enjoyed this so much this year. This was my spring summer fragrance 2021. It's such a fruity fragrance. There's a lot of pear in the fragrance. It's very sweet and it lasts really long. It's basically the sister of Erba Pura, but a little bit sweeter. Erba Pura is a little bit more, I would feel like, on the classier side, but this is absolutely gorgeous. And I loved to wear this. I still love to wear this, but for me this is really a fragrance I grab in warm weather, and I cannot wait to wear this again. I could wear it now actually, but this is a fragrance as well that if you wear it, a lot of people smell it. This is a bomb of a fragrance, and if you wear this, you're not afraid to enter a room and smell. It's just so gorgeous, and you smell it again. Ah yes, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Actually, this is the fragrance, you wear it a lot and then you stop and you go back to it and you're just like, wow. This is a fragrance that I'm definitely gonna wear again, and I will definitely either repurchase this or Erba Pura, because they're very similar. But yeah, this is definitely my number 4. It was really difficult between this and number 3, but I show you why I chose the other one for number 3. But yeah, absolutely beautiful fragrance that I would recommend to anyone that loves a little bit of a sass, a little bit of a sensuality in the fragrance, a little bit of a fruitiness. I really believe that this is a gorgeous fragrance, a special fragrance also for date night. I don't know. Oh, it smells so good. It's a gorgeous fragrance. For me, this will be one part of my collection, because this or the Erba Pura, I like to switch when they're finished, but this for me makes me feel super feminine, and I really love the feeling that it gives me, especially in warm weather. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely wear it now again because I smell it and it's like, wow. Why do they not do a hair perfume of this? This would be perfect, okay? Number 3. Okay, so I told you this was very short, like this was very close with Kirke, but I decided to go for this one because it has special meaning, and this is the Opulent Musk Lattafa that I got in Dubai, and this was actually my engagement fragrance. I've bought this in Dubai, and it was actually the day I got engaged. So I will always love this perfume, and it will always hold a special meaning for me, just because it came at a special time. And a lot of people compare this to Baccarat Rouge. Oh my god, wow, it's so gorgeous. I don't know, you know, when you have a memory with a fragrance, it's just absolutely stunning. For me, I get why people could, I get why people would say that it has similarities, but it does not smell the same. This is more like an Oriental, Middle Eastern version of Baccarat Rouge. This has also a complexity and a sensuality to it, and definitely the musky part, but it's different. It's completely different. Don't get it as a dupe. You will not like it if you want to do it for the Baccarat Rouge. If you love Middle Eastern fragrances like me, then you will. I cannot imagine how you will not like this. The fragrance as well that lasts really long, and I mean, if I want to smell like mysterious, I will always go for this one, and I will repurchase this. This is such a great price and it lasts forever. Reminds me forever of Dubai, which I love, and yeah, of course, of my special moment there. And I'm so sad that time flies so quickly. It's incredible. It was in April when I just started my YouTube channel. And by the way, enjoy every moment if it happens to you, because it flies so fast and you wish you could go back and relive this moment. But yeah, if you have fragrances, you can relive any moment at any time, and that's why I love this. Number two. So number 2 and number 1, I have to say, are also really close, because both of them have been discoveries that all of you loved, because number 2 has probably been the most bought perfume of my recommendations, at least what I can see, because I get loads of DMs from people saying that you repurchased it. There's also YouTubers that talk about it, and I haven't seen anyone else talk about it before. It was a discovery for me, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It is Bleu Turqoise by Armani. And this fragrance, if you're a fragrance lover and you love complex fragrances and you don't have it, like, what are you waiting for? This has to be my top 2. I mean, if it's not my top 1. Excuse me, this is so gorgeous. I mean, you know how we talk about how a scent can transport you anywhere, how a scent can have a huge impact. This for me is an absolute masterpiece. This is not just a perfume that you wear, this is a masterpiece. Simply because it's so complex, and when you go to Armani's website and you see like what are the inspirations behind the Terre Précieux, which are these, like that collection, Rouge Malachite, Bleu Lazuli, Vert Malachite, and this is actually inspired by different travels, and this one is I think is the travel for India or Indonesia, I'm not quite sure. And I told you before, if you go back to my fragrance where I talked about this, where I was like, oh my god, you need to know about it. This fragrance, when you first spray it, it reminds you of the most luxurious spa. I told you, like, this is what I experienced in Bali, that you go inside and there's stone everywhere. It smells like, oh my god, it just smells amazing. And this for me reminds me of date nights at the ocean, when you're all like dressed up, you have a tan from the day, you didn't like your hair's curly, you wear something really nice, and you have a walk at the beach at night, and then you smell the air of the ocean and it smells a little bit salty. This is it, okay? This, what I told you, this is the feeling that this gives you, and this is how it smells. The best is yet to come with this fragrance, because when you wear it, in time, the fragrance develops more and more into the base notes, and the base note is vanilla, and you are left with a salty vanilla. I mean, this fragrance is just an incredible masterpiece, worth all the money that it is. I see, but it's worth it, because when you wear this fragrance, I'm not kidding, you can smell it 24 hours on your skin, and you can smell it a really, really long time on your clothes. This is wow. And again, a lot of people ask me, is it feminine, is it masculine? Again, for me that doesn't exist. But does this fragrance make me feel ultra feminine? No, not particularly, but it makes me feel very mysterious and different. I mean, if you don't want to smell like that, I don't know, but it just smells divine. Will be always in my collection, something that I use very sparingly, and I'm so happy that so many of you like it. Number 1. Okay. Before I show you number 1, please comment down below and let me know which one you think it is. I'm curious to know, because I love this fragrance so much that I don't like to talk about it too much, because I don't want it to be, to sold out or something like that. Although it's an illusion, but I just love it so much. Like wow, like, I'm lost for words. So yeah. Press stop and comment down below which one you think it is. So number 1 of 2021 is Peregrina-Thameen. And so this fragrance was a gift by the store I collaborated with, and I could choose a fragrance from the store. And this is my first experience with Peregrina, with Thameen, the brand. And look at the dent. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, I love this fragrance so much. Yeah, okay, so Okay, so that's why I also say always try your fragrances on skin, because it smells a lot different on paper. So when I wear, like, you can have a look at my fragrance collaboration with Avery Fragrance Store. I showed you a little bit the boutique in Florence. And what they had like glasses, like big glasses where you could try the perfumes out. And what it does is when you spray perfume in a glass, the alcohol oxidizes and it leaves the perfume essence or perfume oil, whatever you want to call it, and you can really smell the fragrance. Because a lot of time on this paper, you know, what you first smell is the alcohol. So when I go in store, for example, and I try perfume, I sniff on it, and if I mean, to be honest, I most of the time try it on my skin, because I just don't see the point, because I will never buy a perfume just smelling it off a paper. Never. Because it can smell completely different on my skin or on your skin. So always try it on your skin and maybe walk around and see how it develops. Anyways, so with this fragrance, I tried it in this glass, and it was like literally the first fragrance I took. I'm actually sad that there's a tint that I took from Thameen, and I fell in love, because I love, like I told you, I love Rose d'Arabie from Armani, and it's a very strong rose oriental fragrance, and I wanted something similar, maybe a little bit less strong, maybe a little bit more on the sweeter side, and this is exactly that. This has caramel, vanilla, this is musk, I believe, and rose. It's a rose fragrance with the oriental touch, but it's also very sweet, and it's just, for me, the sophistication in a bottle. Like, if I walk on the street, this is how I want to smell. This is how I want people to remember me. This is a top 10 tier fragrance, and a lot of people know it. It's my new signature fragrance with Contre Moi. I mean, yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. For me, if you like fragrances around the line of Rose d'Arabie, de Lina, I don't know why you would not like this. This for me has a sensuality to it, a very feminine. It makes me feel very feminine. It's a very powerful fragrance. It lasts really long. For me, it ticks all the boxes. It ticks all the boxes, and I was so in love with this fragrance that I was like, I don't want to buy any fragrance right now, because I'm just very much in love with this fragrance, and I don't really want to try anything else, because you know, I think sometimes we're on the hunt for a signature fragrance, and we go and smell, and we always want to top the fragrance. We always want to get this new rush of being like, wow, this smells amazing. And I had such a great feeling with this fragrance that I didn't want to feel that, or that I didn't feel like very soon that anything can top this. So yeah, this is number 1 of 2021. This is my favorite fragrance of this year, and I'm sure it's gonna be also a favorite of next year. And also on this note, I just wanted to wish you all a very happy end of the year. I hope you all start really great into this next year, and let's hope for the world also things slow down a little bit. Also, if you celebrate Christmas or any other holidays during this end of the year, please enjoy. I hope you and your family will celebrate well, and I also wanted to thank you so much for your support. I really enjoy this new YouTube journey, and I would love for you to let me know what kind of videos you wish from me, what kind of videos you don't know. Maybe just don't tell me what you don't want, just tell me what you like. And yeah, again, hold me accountable. Next year I wouldn't have 2 videos per week, starting off, I would say, around mid-January, when everything slowed down a little bit. But yeah, thank you again, and I hope to see you very soon.